Hi, it's Trina here, back with more delicious dating tips. And today's topic is about what to do when you're getting ready to meet your new significant others, family, and friends for the first time. So, we're well underway into the holiday season, and I'm sure there's lots of parties and, events coming up in your life where you're going to have an opportunity to now meet these people. And so I think this is a really good time to talk about this. So, one of the things that I see happening a lot with people when they meet their new significant others, family and friends for the first time, there's all this trepidation and nervousness. And on some level, that can be understandable because, you want to be liked, you want them to accept you and all of that. But I think what's more important for you to know is that, everyone's family dynamics are different. And I get that. And some people, put more stock in what their family and friends think about, the new person in their life than others. For me personally, I prefer to make a decision about the person that I want to be with, and then the people in my life can either accept that, or not. And either way is totally up to them. But the way that I see it is that, the person whose family you're going to meet, the onus is really on them to ensure that, that you're being accepted and that you're made to feel comfortable. So a lot of times, what I see is, people get so nervous when they're going to meet, their man's family or friends for the first time, they're so worried about, do they bring a gift? Do they make the right food? Do they look appropriately? And, I'm not telling you not to put your best foot forward, because I think that is absolutely, valuable. And of course, you want to look your best, and, you want to be, friendly and conversational and all that kind of stuff, which I think is important. But it really is significantly more important for you to understand that the job is really his to ensure that you're accepted and that you're treated at the very least with respect. So, you might come across a relative or a friend here or there, maybe you don't click exactly right with, and that's perfectly fine. But here's the deal. You're in a relationship with him and he's in a relationship with you. And so his family and friends need to understand that he's a grown man. He's a grown man that made a choice to be with you. And the same goes for you. So if you have someone in your life and you want to bring him around your family and friends, that is not the time for your girlfriend to be grilling him and asking him 20 questions. That's not the time for, your mother and father or whomever, to stare this guy down and to see if he's right for you. Listen, if you're over the age of 25, you've made a choice. And there's nothing wrong with that. So nobody else needs to be, really infiltrating on the decisions that you're making. So if you find that that's happening, with your family and friends, you have much bigger problems than whether or not they're accepting, your new mate. Your problem is, how do you deal with your family and friends and how much they influence the choices that you're making? And again, I understand that family dynamics are different, and a lot of people interact with their family significantly different than I interact with mine, but I think when it comes to the person in your life that you're loving, it really is important that you make a decision about whose opinions are going to mean most to you. Are you going to go with what you've already decided to do? Or are you going to let your family and friends have more of a say and an influence over the choice that you're making? But here's the thing, if someone comes into your life that you're dating and you take them around your family and friends, and maybe somebody might pick up on something about that person that, maybe doesn't seem right or is a little bit off, if you don't really trust your judgment when you're dating, and you don't trust the judgment that you've used in the past in your relationships with men, then that's something to consider. If they're giving you feedback in a way that's constructive and that's compassionate, not just, girl, he's not good enough for you, not that kind of thing. If they're giving you honest feedback and maybe they see something in your blind spot that you don't see, okay, that's a conversation that can be had separately and apart from when he's actually sitting at the table. That's a conversation that you can have, after the dinner, once he's gone, and they can say, you know what, I saw this or that. But even with that being said, unless you ask for someone else's opinion, they really shouldn't be giving it to you. But that comes from you having a knowing that you've made a good choice for you, regardless of what the outcome is going to be. So regardless of if you date this guy a year later, 2 months later, or only a day later, it really is about you making a choice to be with this person. And whether that's a good choice or not, it really is up to you. So the moral of the story is, if you're going out there in the holiday season and you're meeting your new mate's family and friends, let him take the responsibility for making sure that they make you feel accepted and comfortable. So, as I said, go out, look your best, put your best foot forward, be friendly, be conversant, be all of those things. But at the end of the day, whether or not they accept you is really going to be up to him. So I hope you found this tip to be helpful. I'd love to hear about your stories with your new significant others and how you like to approach your family and friends with the new person in your life. So leave a comment and share your thoughts.